Goddamn. Where do I start? For beginners, oh Lord. I have a voicemail that essentially was meant to tease and it was meant to mess with family and friends. And last night, let's just say, important people that weren't supposed to receive that voicemail took it the wrong way. Very, very sad. That's most likely a burnt bridge that won't ever be rebuilt. But that is something that going forward, I, in all seriousness, am regretful of, which I do plan on calling back and apologizing to clean up any misunderstandings, because that is not something that I wholeheartedly agree with in terms of any position in life. There are some people that I don't agree with, that I don't see eye to eye with, that we may or may not like each other, but even then, to laugh at somebody's face and to make them feel lesser than me in any position in life, if they're above me, below me, position, status of work, that's something that I choose not to engage with, because I know what that kind of behavior can do to a person. Anyways. We have finally left the airport and have begun a new chapter with a new job. A new job that I feel will promote skills that will be very, very useful going forward in the pursuit of our profession for graphic design. And I have just finished up a decent amount of the work that I needed to do, which was one was like making a line art base with brush in Illustrator. Another one was a presentation of like certain type of printing style, like a style, and I chose block printing, which is very, very unique, very, very pretty, because it's a matter of just kind of carving out the type of design that it is that you want. So like, let's say I wanted like a more so snake-like thing, kind of like this guy, carve out like the snake-like design, coat it, press it, and take it off and let it dry. Very dope, very cool. Might be something that down the line I take an interest in wanting to do. But what else? Yeah, it's definitely a weird point in life, right? Because for starters, where are you? I finally reached the full 30 days for this book that I missed yesterday, which I actually do need to journal and do that, and then do today's as well. But within the practices of a lot of these very much repeatedly mentioned seminars, my goals that I had done for the 21st of last month, majority of them have been marked off, which is kind of crazy how writing down what it is that you want to do in terms of goal, in terms of commitment, becomes much more, I wouldn't say possible. Obviously, it's always possible. Duh. People about to be just roasting the fuck out of me in the comment sections, or just verbal. I'm gonna feel it within the universe when I'm walking down a Target aisle, and then all of a sudden I get a strong sense of embarrassment. Lord Almighty. But the moment you write things down, what it is that you want to do in terms of, I want to clean up my room, which I'm currently doing. Or I want to start a business. I want to reach X amount of weight. I want to bench X amount of weight. The moment you write it down, it becomes much more committed to the mind, the body, for you to want to achieve it. It's been a relatively a beautiful week because this is a concept that I talked with a buddy of mine, Jose, the other day. Decent amount, where it's like subconscious, right? Within one of these seminars, I have my gold card, and on the back of it, it says, "Ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you." You write this out, and you carry this with you. And in the front of that card, you write down what it is that you want to achieve. For me, mine was, I earn $175,000 annually. A lot of people thinking to themselves, yeah, it's funny. 26 years old and you want to make that amount. Hey, it's funny until it isn't. Give me a second. Oh, here it is. I wanted to put on this hat. Here is my study of what it is that I've been finding out. I'll share with you guys because I care to share the wisdom that I've been finding out, but also if it applies to anybody and they're able to embetter themselves in any way, shape, or form to achieve what it is that they want in a positive way, hopefully not a negative, because if you're doing it for negative, hey man, whatever it is that you sow, you shall reap. So just know, whatever you put out good will come back to you. Whatever you put out bad will come back to you. Be careful with that. Essentially, successful people have a tendency to do quite the opposite of what it is non-successful people do. Success, you go ahead and translate that however you wish. When an unsuccessful person has a great idea, has something that they want to execute, what they do is they create a vision and they also create doubt. When they have this great idea, the unsuccessful person usually leans more towards doubt above all else, which is sad. It's a sad concept. I've seen this a couple of times within many people in my life, including myself, which I'll hold myself to that. Very truthful. Successful people, when they come across their idea, they have the vision and doubt. They always lean towards the vision regardless of their circumstances. And the thing is that oftentimes these people, what they'll do, they'll carry their gold card with them day and night, morning and afternoon and night. They look at this gold card, they get emotional about it, and they always remind themselves, I earn 175,000. I earn. They essentially become so delusional, I think is the proper way of going about it. Let me correct myself. With something that isn't there, that eventually it comes to fruition. Because when they become so delusional about it, they begin to believe it, they begin to see it, and they begin to get emotional about it, and they begin to just imagine this version of themselves ahead of time that isn't there. The body begins to believe what it is that they constantly think about. And when it begins to believe what it is that they think about, it starts doing certain things to achieve that goal. Certain things within the universe begin to play certain pieces to come into your life to be able to achieve that. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Within my practice so far, it's been like about a month, I want to say about a month, close to like 2-3 weeks right now, where I've been practicing this, where it's just like, look, It sounds stupid. It sounds childish. It sounds kind of like, why would you involve in that? You look fucking crazy. It's true. You do sound crazy when you do something like that. But so far, within the few weeks that I've had to practice with it, the few months that I've had to practice with it, I've been instilling this practice to quite literally have, I want to say, 100% success rate each and every time, right? And it was one night where a couple of friends of mine, we went out to go play pool, right? Pool, what the fuck? What do you want, bro? Yeah, I have been playing a little bit before, and I've become a lot more focused with the game of pool. You know, I wouldn't say that I'm better, because, I mean, it's anybody's game, but with more experience, obviously you make less mistakes because you're more aware of them. We played, and in my mind, I had thought of nothing but winning. Never once did I ever think about losing. And there was many times, many predicaments that I put myself in where it should have been game over. And I went 6-0 in King of the Hill. Which, for me in that moment, bro, it was like I was radiating confidence like Abomination Hulk. Like just nasty confidence. But in a positive way. Where it's like, oh, I'm confident. Oh, that's fine if you put me there. I'm cool. I don't mind whatever position the cue ball gets put in, because I know what I'm capable of achieving. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of those shots that I made that night shocked me, because it's just like, where in the mess is this where's this skill coming from? But I didn't doubt myself. I just rolled with it. Like, the more and more that some of these quite impossible shots that I was making, I felt in that moment I shouldn't have been making, I was making. And not only did that help with the confidence, but with each and every going game, I was being put on a high that I could not, I couldn't control, right? And then within the most recent shutdown, the government shutdown, government worker here, previous government worker, I had kind of let go of the need and the want for money in the moment, because I had realized, especially within the first most recent shutdown, the 43-day shutdown, what it was that it was turning me into in terms of unhappy, in terms of like very negative, to a point where it's just like people that were openly and just happy to approach me and conversate with me, they were not. I was unapproachable as a donkey, bro. It was terrible. Where you would imagine they might want to check up. No, they checked up, but did not want to associate past the first interaction, because like they just felt uncomfortable. Because for me, I like to more so display a much more positive, approachable, happy, fun-going guy. Especially at work, I love to have fun. But that stuff started to affect me, among other stuff, and it was just, boy, I don't like where this situation is taking me. I don't like what it's turning me into. Past all that, heavy self-reflection, where I just look back and I read on what it is that I'm seeing, what it is that I'm feeling, right? And past it, I was like, nah, I can't do this. I can't let this be the moment that defines me in terms of what it is I become. Past the second shutdown, I let go of like ego, pride, all that stuff, and pulled 2,000 from my investments, which I know next year is gonna bite me. Oh, it's gonna bite me hard in the ass. Apologies to the kids that are watching this. Don't say bad words. Don't take after my example at the moment. And for me, it became a situation of like, okay, I pulled out 2,000. I still got about, I want to say 8,000, 8,007 something to like still pull out. So if I have to do it again, it's cool. What can be taken away, what can be destroyed in terms of like over time, can also be rebuilt back. And that's kind of the mindset that I had going forward with like, damn, you know, it hurts that I have to take away from like my investment fund, but even then, what can be taken away can also be made back. What you reap is what you sow. If within like a year I was able to build it up to like 10,000, I can do it again. If it's been done once, it can be done again. Anyways, needless to say, I have a good buddy of mine that within 2-3 years was able to build up an account well within, I'd say, a comfortable living, not living, but comfortable cushion up there within the 100,000s. And I still remember the moment when that happened, when I saw the account, how it took me by shock. Because I'm like, in 2-3 years you did this. And about like the 1 year that I took it serious, I haven't even been able to come close to do such a thing. Obviously within my little gold card, the goal is to make 175,000. And like the mindset going forward for me was just, man, like I need to change my environment now. Like I need to go forward and really change up how it is that I'm doing stuff, because I can see going forward into the future how where I'm going isn't gonna really take me where it is that I want to be. I could be really honest with myself, right? And it hurts oftentimes to be truthful with myself, but it's just like, man, you're fucking up. It's kind of like at the start of the video, you're fucking up. Good one, dumbass. But within the seriousness, within like the, I want to say 2-3 weeks where it was just seminar, like daily, just cracking these things out like crack. Just overloading my mental subconscious with like this way of thinking, right? This mindset, this routine of embodying what it is that I want to become. Things started playing out too conveniently for me to not just feel like the practice and what it is that I had been doing to change my routine and lifestyle was just manifesting before me, where I took it more serious and I started believing it, and then the very thing that I needed to achieve such a goal presented itself to me. And as of like the past 2-3-5 days, I haven't partaken yet, because it shocked me, where it's just like, this is scary. Genuinely, like it's a bit frightening. For a lot of people, they might think, well, why? Because it's like, when you devote yourself to like such a goal, to the point where like you just seem outright crazy to some people, and like you pay attention, anything that you really, really want, especially within this day and age with the raising prices and all that kind of stuff, is still very much achievable. The thing is that with a lot of people, including myself, that I'm now kind of leaning away from, they entrust in the vision so much. They never lean towards doubt that everything always seems to just work out, because for one, they think about it constant. What is that they want? What is that they want to achieve, that within learning, within surrounding themselves within an environment that promotes, hey, this is achievable. And they stray away from the people that are like, oh, I don't know. Bro, that shit is just mind-boggling. Because For one, anybody and everybody could do it. But the thing is that it's not easy, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And brother, my goodness, especially within like the last, again, 3-5 days, I've taken a break. I've stepped away from my a routine video that I was watching for like about a week or two straight up, of like essentially reprogramming myself, and then just unlearning what I've learned to relearn what it is that I need to go forward and achieve what it is that I want in life. I'm gonna be honest with you, in terms of always trying to be like in a positive mood within like work space and just overall outlook of life, it wasn't always like this. But the last time I can remember truly feeling like negative or down was around the first shutdown, which was closer to like last year, beginning of this year. So I've been rolling pretty consistent within life, and it's shocking. It really is. Oh, I don't know. It's frightening when one realizes that quite literally what they want is achievable, but the one thing they have to do is self-reflect on what is that they currently stand on in terms of foundations. Like, they have to realize they have to restructure it. They have to realize that doubt can't cloud your vision, because the moment that does, you're just lost already. So many people that I have in my circle that have such great ideas. Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful, beautiful ideas. But the one thing that they do that literally kills them, that hurts me oftentimes and that I hate to hear, is that they lean towards doubt. Oh my God, I really, really want this. I really, really want this. But I just don't have the money. No, don't. Fucking don't think like that, bro. Oh my God, I really, really want this. How can I get it? The moment you switch up your perspective of what it is that you want in life, what it is that you want to achieve, you quite literally start becoming like the very, very instrument of your own success, bro. Like, you start building the mindset to achieve what it is that you want, and not everybody gets that. Oh my goodness, the fact that I figured it out at 26, I feel blessed, I feel tortured, I feel just angry at the same time, but it's like, oh my God, what a blessing to finally figure it out now at this point and stage of my life versus 10 years further down the life. Bro, it is crazy how not everyone opens up to this way of thinking. Well, some people might be like, well, it's not too hard, I got friends. Yeah, but you don't apply it. And that's the difference. Like, the moment you begin applying it and just really, really shifting your mindset from like a positive to a negative, or a negative to a positive one, only then you'll start seeing the results, right? My goodness. Oh my goodness. What a life. What a life. What a life. Anyways, this has been Ventura, and finally, all my vlogs are caught up to where this is present day me. All them old ones about me being in school, no longer there. And currently, I gotta get to working on some homework. I gotta build up a 15 client list of possible places that I could work at for graphic design, in terms of print shops, in terms of possible connections, in terms of internships and all that, and build my 15 list of people and start looking into this trade very seriously, because I can only be as successful as bad as dedicated and how faithful and how serious I am towards it. Because if I just treat it as a hobby, I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not going to last whatsoever in this fucking industry. Because those that just treat it as a hobby, that just treat it as a job, you might as well just go work at your local fucking Fred Meyer, go work at a fucking Walmart where you get treated as a job. This is a goddamn job that it literally begs you to dedicate yourself day by day and continuously surround yourself with those people that push themselves to become that better version of yourself. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Friday I had a class with a student that I respect highly, that just recently, within, God fucking damn it, I forgot where I noted it down. But essentially, I wrote down that I want to become a 4.0 student. The closest I got to that was about a 3.8, 3.7. That was a couple years back. That was way before I dropped out and I took a massive fucking hit to the grades. Last term, I barely passed my graphic design course, but that was because I chose to perform bad. I'm not even gonna make no fucking excuse. I'm gonna be straight honest. A lot of things were affecting me, and I just couldn't focus. But the fact that I was able to pass was something that I feel was good. Okay, I didn't get the grades I wanted, but even then, the major assignments that I wanted to get done, I got done. But all the other stuff, that's where I started taking a hit, especially within the midterm. And this term, things played out to where I got sat next to somebody that I hadn't realized the work ethic of up until I was next to them. An assignment that was just barely given day of. Before class even finished, this person already turned it in. My goodness, what a fucking work ethic. God damn, what a work ethic, bro. Like, 4.0 student to the max. I had already started getting on homework where, well, it's Sunday now, and like I'm pushing to get these last little bit of assignments done and finished. But that genuinely, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't say shook me, but it changed my outlook on what I consider to be work ethic, what I felt was good enough. No, there is a person right next to you currently at the moment that's outperforming you and just doing exceptional fucking work in terms of just getting it done. Bro, by the time I was getting up to walk out and just get on to do my other work for classes, already turned in. My goodness. God damn. So going forward, I know that this is going to be somebody that I want to surround myself with, because in terms of how they work, how they think, and how they go about overall routine, that's something that's going to quite literally shape me to become better, because I just continually choose to surround myself in that kind of environment. And you literally become the person you surround yourself with in terms of people. And I have four people within my circle figured out right now of who it is that I want to continually surround myself with because of how they think, the way they go about life. And bro, my God, it's maddening. It is. But it shouldn't be, but it is. Because, oh my lord, things are beginning to click. They're beginning to connect, and it's, for one, it's relieving. But it's also like, why didn't I do it sooner? But even then, I still think to myself, like, I'm glad I did it now versus later. That's going to be everything for me. That's been my little rant. For those that still watch this channel, that might take something away from it, or they just might see Mexican, just 5'5" dude, ranting, talking about BS probably. This is like, look at this fool, man. What is he talking about? Maybe it helps you, maybe it doesn't. Maybe what I've talked about today will enlighten you, will push you closer towards the goal that you want. But golly, I hope that everyone's having a good day, because things going forward for me have kind of played in a way where I'm blessed right now, super blessed. I couldn't be more thankful for the position I'm currently in, regardless of how certain bridges may have been burnt in a way, and then things are becoming clear. Right? It's currently 9:06. It is April 5th, and life currently right now is beginning to accelerate and is beginning to move at a pace that I feel I can keep up with, because I'm understanding a lot better the direction that I want to go in, that I want to be in, and yeah. Expect more vlogs, still consistent by the week, and yeah, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'll catch you later.